All right, everyone, come on in, make yourself comfortable. As always, before we get rolling, there's a couple of things. First of all, get yourself comfortable. Slide into that nice cozy chair wherever you're at. Are you in the kitchen? Are you in your favorite coffee shop? Are you in the living room? Are you at work? Maybe you're sitting in your cubicle and you're just chilling out and you're like, you know what? This is just a few minutes. I get to enjoy myself and see an amazing toy before the weight of the world presses on my shoulders. And at least I can chill out with a nice warm cup of coffee or another drink in hand and a snack in the other as we get started and look at another really cool item here. And as always, before we get rolling, I have to ask if you're a lurker, if you're just moseying about and happen to stumble across this channel and you're wondering, what the hell is going on here? Who is this weird guy? You know what? Subscribe and you'll find all about it. And you'll see that this is the greatest channel on any platform, whether you're on Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, YouTube. You'll see the coolest toys on the internet, bar none, period, end of sentence. That's why you subscribe. And you'll see a lot of other cool stuff too. Cool nature stuff, cool funny shorts, so it's worth your time. And with that out of the way, what the hell do we have here today? Well, this is the Outer Space Patrol Friction Powered by M, as in Macedonia. No, just M as in M. So this is my second night video. So you're going to get some glare because I have to have the flash on. I could have left my lights on, but I kind of like this dark background. So here is M. Who else is M? There's a few M's. There's been some M's in the movie. But anyway, what is this cat and what does he do? Well, he's a patroller, I suppose. And he's on this planet with this kind of tankish vehicle. And in the tank, there's also these guys here. They look very anime. They remind me of something you'd see in like Captain Ultra in the 60s. Well, I guess because it was probably made in the 60s. So you got him here and here and here. But up top, this guy's filming it all. Now, is he filming a movie? Maybe, perhaps. Or maybe he's just filming an alien planet. And over here, right, if they get into some deep doo-doo because some monstrous alien creature attacks them, they hop into this rocket here and boom, they're gone. And where are they going to go? Probably back here. Because you can see they still have the vapor trail when they got here. So it wouldn't take long for these guys to just abandon ship and haul ass out of there and get back home, if they had to. But I think this planet looks pretty safe. There doesn't seem to be much around here. It's a typical barren alien landscape. But it's very cool. You know, it's funny when you see these. This is really essentially, three colors on here. Not like some of those really full colorful boxes where you see all the flesh tones and stuff. And that's what makes those boxes that much more striking. But here's your side panel. And this was M1054, friction powered. Now, I do have the limitations. I can't really roll this too far. But, that's what you get when you're not on the floor. It is better for my creaky back, though. Here's your staples. Decided to leak out some fluid there or something. And so there's your cool box. I got to say, it's funny. If you look at the way they must have arrived here, they spun around. I guess they used the revolving planet to gain momentum to just launch themselves over here. So that's kind of funny, that they slingshotted themselves, right? Oh, and here, did I show you the logo? Yeah, I think I did. They slingshotted their way to this planet. Maybe it's the moon. Maybe it's some other planet. But, whatever it is, it worked for them. So what about this toy? It's this nice hunk of squarish tin. And you can see they have kind of like these rocket pods. But you know what? If you look close, you could see that this is still chain driven. Kind of like tank trackish, sort of. And then they have some type of suspension device there. And you got this guy that's just like in the box. He's sitting there chilling out like, what am I doing under here? Why can't I work the camera? That's what they all want to do, right, is work the camera. You got the two guys in the front. You got a star just to let them know Now, when they lithoed it, you could see the litho kind of didn't quite get onto the star pressing itself, which is what you would expect. Same with the rivets. If you look close, sometimes they miss, doesn't completely align, which I find kind of amusing. What else do they have on here? Some kind of apparati. It looks almost like a lighting fixture for their camera setup. And in here, he's got some cool stuff going on here. Now, in the back, you do have these cool gels and more suspension components, and they tell you it's the Outer Space Patrol. The antenna does retract, see? Boink. Not much, but a little bit. You know what? Enough to make it look pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. Now, I'm guessing this is more like early 60s. The lithography is not as intricate as the 50s stuff. And then, to me, this is sort of highlights when you start dialing back, the artistry of some of the earlier toys. I mean, it's still a very cool toy, and I believe this is pretty rare too. But, you can start seeing the transition when you get from like 50s to maybe mid 60s for whatever reason. Now, as far as the friction drive on this, it's the rear wheels, and what it does is it causes, and I think that's a really neat effect. It's easier for me to do this than try to roll it on the desk. So he doesn't like do a complete circle. But, again, these were toys for kids to use their imagination. And, when they're sitting at home and they just watch their favorite Captain Ultra or Ultraman or Gigantor, and they're just sitting there and then, they're just rolling along. And you know what it is? You're thinking about these, all these fantastical things. Maybe they watched Neil Armstrong on the moon. So, they're not just like necessarily focusing on the toy. Their mind is thinking of all kinds of fantastical things. And that's what motivated them maybe to get into like, NASA, and do something at MIT, and I don't know if they're going to get the same type of inspiration from the pads, the screens. We'll see, it'll be interesting. I mean, now we've had a lack of these types of toys now for a long, long time. So I wonder how it's going to manifest itself. I mean, we do have people in tech, though, right? So they go from screens to screens, That's kind of a shame, But I hope that in some area, this type of enjoyment, at least, makes some kind of a comeback. I guess, if you look at the companies like a Disney, right? They make a movie, they'll have their toys. So maybe there's hope, but not bad, though. Nice friction device on this. So anyway, that is your rare in-the-box Outer Space Patrol. Let me know what you think of this bad boy. It's still a very cool vehicle that you don't see too often, and you certainly don't see it with the box. And if you like it, thumb up the video. And again, if you're a lurker, please subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. With that, I appreciate your time as always, and always thank you for joining me. And with that, I'll talk to you later.